Nanach Nachma, MeUman. So the Baal Shem Tov was saying that these people that have clear intelligence, they have trained themselves to realize that everything that they sense from any of their senses is a direct message from God, and therefore it doesn't make a difference where they are or what they're hearing. They are hearing divinity. Even if the one that's speaking doesn't understand anything, he's listening to someone, some dunce, who thinks that that has no intelligence whatsoever. But the person that's hearing it, that doesn't restrain, that doesn't make a difference at all. In light of the faith of the one that believes, that who gave a mouth to a person, to the man, and who at all gave this person the ability to speak? He put in his mouth even these specific words that include in them different intentions, and he hid in them hidden matters that the person saying them had never had intention of saying them at all. He just intended to say simple prattle, but God, who gave him the words, had included in the words this message that the person is hearing. And not only that, that since these people have accustomed themselves to this subtle hearing, to hear from everything just the inner voice at the time when they are attached to God. So therefore, even when they fall from their attachment, from their dveikus, even still they only hear the inner voice from the thing that is arousing them, that's notifying them to return to their avoda, their devotion, their service. Even though the person speaking had no intention of saying that. Just like the fathers of Ruth, they never, when they called her name Ruth, when she was born, right? So Ruth was born to Gentile parents, so they never had intention, when they called her Ruth, that from her will come King David, alav v'shalom, rest in peace, that Riva l'Akadosh Baruch Hu, our sages say that Ruth, why is she called Ruth? Because David was Riva l'Akadosh Baruch Hu. He gave tremendous amount of praises, lavish praises. It's also like to give to drink, to imbibe. He gave the Holy Blessed One lavish drinking of praises and song. That's why she's called Ruth, because Ruth is the last letter is a tough, so you could switch that with a hey. It's the same thing, a tough and a hey. It's just a matter of grammar. So Riva and Ruth is the same thing. So our sages say that's why she's called Ruth, because from her came David. So when she got the name Ruth from her Gentile parents, obviously they had no idea of that. That's why they're calling her Ruth. They had their own idea why they're calling her Ruth. And so as well, the fathers of the spies, they didn't call their children for what would happen to them in the future. And even their own names, they had no idea that they are indications of bad, that are shown in them, because our sages take the names of the spies that Moses sent, and they came back and they caused the misfortune that we still suffer from. So our sages show in their names how they have bad intentions, even their names and the names of their father, because the Torah gives their name and their name of their father. So their fathers had no idea of this, but rather the Holy Blessed One brought about these things, and he put in the mouth of the fathers of Ruth that had some type of intention, something they wanted to show by naming her Ruth in a different language, in the Moabite language. That's why they called her Ruth, from their own language. But he put in that the godly, the divine intention of what's going to be. And our sages of blessed memory actually talk about this concept, that names that are given are a sign of prophecy. On the verse Asher Sam Shemos Ba'aretz, that this is something that God does, that the names that are given are minor prophecy. So the principle that comes out of this, by the person that truly believes in this level that we're talking about now, there's no difference, there's no separation, whether he's analyzing, studying a holy book, or if he's concentrating on the words of an infant. And even if with someone else, or if maybe saying that afterwards, when he connects his thoughts, that tarried a little until it came to his heart. Not sure exactly how this is worded here. Maybe even if there was a delay, didn't understand it right away. But it's all from the words. It's all like the words of the Torah by him. Whatever it is he's hearing, it's like he's hearing the Torah. And even the thoughts, his reflections that come up in the person's heart of this world, of the inclination and desires, since he feels them, and he experiences these thoughts that keep rising up in his imagination, and they come back again, and the thought is amorphous, and it's like a flash, a point of thought that he still hasn't grasped properly, and he still can't enclose in words, or even in a clear contemplation, in a clear concept, and he desires to elaborate on them, expand them. So this is a sign that this thought is pertinent to him, and it is propitious, it's misugal for the soul, for the root of his soul. And there is in this thought a notification from above on some sort of matter that's special to his tikkun, for his rectification. And maybe he came to the world just for this. Just in time. Nanach, Nachma, Nach, MeUman. Just for this, Nanach.